Yeah. Okay. What are the suitable characters for an agent or the characters for an agent to build within themselves?
There's a couple of essential criteria that an agent must have. The first thing that they must adopt is the mindset of an entrepreneur, and you must be willing to take all the hardship, all the hard work, right? The second essential criteria would be, I would say, hard work. So if you are not hardworking enough, no matter what you do, it will also not be justified. Okay. Then
The second question. Can you briefly describe the pathway to be an agent until the REN agent, REN agent?
well, one must start with basics and fundamental of understanding this business. For example, you must know how to know the ins and outs and the documentation regulation of this business in real estate. Then eventually you will have to learn the skill set and the necessary. Well, first thing, an agent must possess a car and willing to travel. That's number one. Number two, you need to start with a little bit of investment in yourself to put in some money into a company that is willing to
Train.
I would say you must be willing to spend some money and invest in yourself to start with the proper company where they have all the systems and the platform necessary for you to commence your business.
Okay. So how to be a REN agent, REN agent?
To become a real estate negotiator, you must go and attend the courses provided by MIEA or BOVIA. So MIEA you can register online, or BOVIA you can register online as well, but you must attend 2 full-day course and you are not allowed to skip the class. So after completion of the entire courses, you are required to attach with an agency whereby you need to register yourself with any agency in Malaysia. Yeah. After that, you have to join that agency and start training based on the agency's education, such as skill set, such as closing, and also a little bit more deep in depth about the fundamental of the real estate business. Yeah.
Okay. So what are the powerful things or tools an agent need to prepare or master as a property agent?
Tools.
Yeah. You know, sometimes like marketing, something like that.
Okay. To be a strong and sustainable real estate agent, I would suggest that you learn more on social media marketing. Of course, you have to invest more on advertising, because the advertising part is the one that's going to generate leads for your business. So from leads you can turn them into your prospect, and from prospect into sales. So to be a sustainable agent, one must continuously keep on improving themselves in social media marketing classes, and you input more on the mindset to become an entrepreneur, because you are running your own business. Yeah.
So the social media you mentioned, what social media are you using? You prefer for an agent to use FB or maybe LinkedIn or what?
Well, it varies from the type of advertising that you choose. But in Malaysia that we know, the more powerful tool would be social media such as Facebook, such as Instagram. LinkedIn, my personal opinion tells me that it's not so effective in building up your leads content. Yeah. Well, iProperty, Property Guru, PropWall, these are very good tools, advertising platform for you to generate your clientele or your leads or your prospects for sub-sale agents.
Okay. So in all of those what we call it, the platform such as iProperty and so on, which one will you focus more on, and which one is most recommended?
I would say right now the most personal opinion, most recommended platform for your advertising in projects would be Facebook and Instagram. For sub-sales would be iProperty, Facebook, Muda, Property Guru.
Okay, nice. Okay, the fourth question. Okay, what kind of mentor or who should an agent learn from to be successful? Who should they find? What kind of mentor?
Then, for all new real estate negotiators, I would always encourage them to have a senior partner, or we call it a buddy. Because when you started off in this business, basically a lot of technique and skill set you would not know, right? And of course the fundamental, you need time to digest and to adopt the knowledge of this business. So any senior or any leader or any managers, or we call it your bosses, it's always good to keep them close to you. Okay, attach to them, alright, learn from them. And if you really want more education on this business, you must do a lot of reading, you must attend more courses to improve the mindset and skill set of an entrepreneur.
Yeah. What are the courses you've been to?
Me?
Yeah.
Important, man.
I mean, what are the courses? Yeah.
Okay, there are plenty of courses arranged by a lot of gurus out there, right? There's actually training from Success Resources, from Decode, what else? Gurus lah, the other gurus lah. Property gurus lah.
Yeah. I mean, then who are your mentors? Can you name them? Maybe.
My mentor.
Yeah.
My mentor basically the University of School of Hard Knocks. So, well, that's not actually my mentor. I would say that it's my greatest lesson in this business, because there are many areas that you have to experience it yourself to advance further in this business, because there's too many tricks that you need to learn to be successful in this business. Example, you need to know the in-depth of the bank structure, the legal documentation, the government body, to actually master these three areas, or the skill set to be more professional, I would say. So the people that I look up to in the real estate business is people not from Malaysia. They are mostly overseas. Well, of course, my idol would be the Lee Ka-shing, Asia's Richest Man. And the other book that I read a lot on real estate is Donald Trump.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, because from the book it says that everything that he touches, he has this Midas touch, where any property that he touches will become a gold. Yeah. So of course we do learn a lot from books, and those books that I read, I can actually share some of the details that it's in the books. But I would suggest that if you really want to know about this business more, you do more reading yourself, because all the knowledge you learn belongs to you, right? You could be even better than your gurus, as long as you are willing to learn and constantly upgrading yourself. Yeah.
Really. Okay, so how did you start your estate career?
I would say how I started was because of the passion that I have for this business. I do a lot of research on the real estate prices back in the year 2005. Well, I was not in this real estate business, but I do a lot of reading and price comparison in the Star Property. Sorry, not Star Property, I would say it's classifieds. Back then there's no Star Property, iProperty, the internet was not as vibrant and as much information as what you see today. So back in those days, we do a lot of groundwork ourselves to know about the property prices. If one person does not have passion in this, right, they wouldn't go all the way out to find out the prices, the sizes, the developer, the background, the history of that particular building. So I came from that kind of school of thought. So I have to go down, I have to read the newspaper, I have to do newspaper cutting, just to find out the prices and make comparisons. So this is how passionate I am in this business. Yeah, when I start. Yeah.
So before going into real estate, what was your career?
What was my
Career.
Oh,
What did you work as before this?
I started sales at the age of 19 as an automobile sales personnel. So I used to sell cars like Hyundai, Toyota, Mercedes. So of course, that kind of lifestyle, I'm not really happy with it because it's a lot of socializing work at night, and I don't really enjoy this kind of lifestyle. Then eventually I went into the fitness industry for 2 years. Somehow in that 2 years I found my true calling, my passion in the real estate, right? Because I believe real estate can bring us further, number one. Number two, it's the oldest industry in the world, one of the oldest industry in the world. Number three, is the passion that I have for properties because it's a tangible investment. So I'm more like an old school boy, so prefer a more tangible kind of investment rather than paperless investment, or we call it non-tangible kind of investment.
Okay. Second last, what are the values you want to add in the life of artists, and what is your legacy?
Well, I wouldn't say that's my legacy. I would say what I hope I can bring to the table, to this world, right? Well, my vision is quite simple. I wanted to make a difference in people's life. So you could be in this business, not with us, right? But I just hope that whatever we share to the public can really make a difference to your life. Example, whatever in terms of knowledge, in terms of the experience that we have gone through, we don't mind sharing with the public, as long as it gives value to people. And from there, we hope the public would benefit from that, and you make a wise decision in buying any piece of property in the long run.
Okay, last question. So, if you know you are going to leave the world in 1 month, what will you do, and what is your last advice to the youth?
Ini bukan interview ni. Ini bukan interview. If I were to leave the world in 1 month, what is it? What's the question again?
What will you do, and what is your last advice? In 1 month.
Tough question. In 1 month. Don't know leh. In 1 month, what can I do? Cannot do anything what?
No, in 1 month, what do you think is the most important thing to do?
Well, the most important thing for me, the value for me personally, it's family values comes first. So family, give the best to my own family, and of course the next closest person to me that I love, I would love to give whatever I have lah, since it's only 1 month left. Cannot say give whatever I have. I would say belum. Lagi sekali. Hi everyone, I am Jason Lim. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Chester Venture Berhad. Basically my duty here today in doing this video is to give a little bit more insights and experiences that I've gone through in the life of a real estate agent, to share with you guys.
Okay. Thank you.